Let's talk about this Michael Jackson story. It's a clean sweep for Michael Jackson. NBC's Mike Taibbi has been covering the trial from the very beginning. He's outside Jackson's Neverland Ranch this morning. Mike, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. Well, after a trial that consumed a winter and a spring, the saga of the most internationally famous celebrity ever brought to trial on serious felony charges finally came to an end. A nervous Michael Jackson summoned from his Neverland home, a packed courtroom awaiting him, then the audio feed of the verdict.
Count 1, verdict. Not guilty. Count 2, not guilty. Count 3, not...
One by one, 10 times in all, Jackson heard the words "not guilty" to each of the charges against him. And outside the courthouse, his fans heard it too. It turned out the jurors never bought the story told by Jackson's now 15-year-old accuser, at least not beyond a reasonable doubt. Perhaps even more critically, they couldn't stand the boy's mother, who in 5 days on the stand put on a performance that was by turns baffling, incredible, and off-putting.
I disliked it intensely when she snapped her fingers at us. That's when I thought, don't snap your fingers at me, lady.
One juror said he believed Jackson might have molested a child in the past. Another juror said she didn't like Jackson's admitted practice of sharing his bed with boys, but said the mother in this case had to share the blame.
What mother in her right mind would allow that to happen?
For District Attorney Tom Snedden, the verdict was a total wipeout after a dozen years of pursuing child molestation charges against Jackson. He said it wasn't personal.
My past history of Mr. Jackson had absolutely, unequivocally, nothing to do with our evaluation of this particular case.
And he said he'll put this verdict behind him.
You never look back, you always look forward.
Not so Jackson's family, who gathered last night at Neverland and repeated their belief that the whole case was a conspiracy against Michael.
The people who are in authority weren't so nice. And you know who I'm speaking of. Those were the ones who weren't so nice and who concocted this whole thing.
But conspiracy theories are on the back burner right now. What matters to the Lord of this manor is that 12 of his neighbors, none living as grandly as he, agreed to see him and judge him on the evidence, just as his attorney had urged them to do.
He's someone else, just like anyone else who deserves a fair trial.
The trial over, another juror said she'd start thinking about it and reading about it in about a month. For now, she said, she is all Jacksoned out. Matt?
And that may apply to you too, Mike. Nice job covering this trial over the last several months. Thanks very much.